What's up, fellow TikTokers? Welcome back to the Bone Zone. Welcome back to the D'Amelio Show special. This is actually part 3 now. So I just finished up watching episodes 5 and 6, and so we're nearing the end of this. At least I think. I actually haven't checked to see if they added any new episodes, but I'm pretty sure there's only 8. So we're nearing the end of this, and I just gotta say, I apologize. I made a mistake. So in the last episode, if you listened, you'll know that I was talking about like Dixie D'Amelio's music career and kind of how like all she would ever talk about is being cheated on, you know? And that's like the only thing she ever wanted to make songs about. So I was talking about how I was kind of like, you can make songs about something other than just getting cheated on, having your heart broken. Because, I mean, like, we all know that sucks, right? But, you don't make it like your whole personality, right? Because it's good to, move on from something like that. But that's like the only thing she ever wanted to talk about. So I got a comment. I actually got 2 comments on the last episode saying how I was missing a bunch of stuff, right? And this person explained to me that when the show was being filmed, she only had one song about her breakup with Noah. And like, right, it was Noah? No. It was Griffin Johnson. Noah's her current boyfriend. Dude, I'm mixing up these TikTokers. They're all the same, man. They're just carbon copies of one another. But anyway, so this person was like, yeah, she only made one song about her breakup or being cheated on when the show was being filmed. And since then, she's only made 3 more. So, you can like lay off or something like that. And then he was also saying how, which, I mean, I don't even remember talking about how they were broken up. Because I don't even know. I don't know how they broke up. I don't know what Griffin did to cheat on Dixie when I was making the video. I just knew that she was cheated on because I heard it in the show. And the guy's like, yeah, they broke up for whatever reason. Said it was like a mutual breakup. But then when Griffin tried to get back with her, he like kissed another girl or something like that. And that was like the cheating on, right? And then they said that I was missing a lot of stuff. Which, I mean, yeah, I missed that. But I mean, did I say that they broke up for another reason? Like, I didn't know how they broke up. I didn't want to pretend like I knew how they broke up, but I just knew that they were cheated on because, like I said, it was happening in the show. It was said in the show. I don't follow these people's lives outside of the show. I'm just going based off what I see and hear on the show. But I do apologize if I led anyone astray, basically, with my review of this show. Because also, like, they said when the show was being filmed, Dixie only had one song about her being cheated on. And so when I watched the show, I was talking about how that's like all she ever wants to make songs about. Because that's whenever they're like, oh, give us some ideas of like songs you want to talk about. Like when she's with her songwriters and she just wants to talk about being cheated on and stuff. And I was like, you can make songs about something else. And they said, the person who commented said, since the show was filmed, she made 3 more. Like, that's supposed to counter my argument? Doesn't that kind of play into my own hands? Because that means before the show, or after the show was already filmed, she made 3 more songs about being cheated on. And I'm talking about the show and saying that she can make songs about something else. She doesn't have to keep talking about being cheated on and how that's the only thing she wants to talk about. That plays right into my hand. Because she did. She just made 3 more songs about being cheated on. But, I mean, like I said, I do apologize for leading people astray, but, like, I think I've said this before. I don't pretend to be an expert on all these people's lives because, like I said, I don't follow Dixie or Charlie outside of just watching the show. So I'm just purely going based off what I see and hear on the show and giving my honest opinion of the show. So let's get to what happened in these next episodes, 5 and 6. So I gotta say, at this point in the show, things seem to be getting repetitive. And like, because all they want, like, the whole show is about basically mean comments, like people being mean to Charlie and Dixie. Basically, that's like basically the whole point of the show. And there's only so much you can really talk about that because, like, you know, like, if your whole point is just people being rude, I mean, there's nothing else really you can go off that, because you could say, oh, I put out this song, but guess what? People were mean. It's like, yeah, we know that happens all the time. And it's like, not like I'm not trying to be mean about it. You know, I do feel bad for them because, like, it sucks. Just like watching the show and like seeing some of the shit that people say and how it affects them. Like, yeah, it's sad to see, you know, and I do feel bad for them. But like, you know, it just seems like at a certain point they kind of ran out of ideas, you know, or like they just kind of ran out of content. So like they just keep re-saying the same thing. Like Charlie, I swear, like 5 different interviews, you know, because like, you know, the show, they have like the reality parts, right, where they're just filming home life or something, like the B-roll, and then they'll show like the interviews where they talk directly to Charlie and Dixie and all that stuff. I swear, like 5 different times in both of these episodes, Charlie said the same thing, where she's like, I definitely feel like I'm giving up on normal teenage life, but I'm experiencing things that people my age don't get to experience. I'm not even kidding. She said like 5 different interviews. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I know. You said that. Because also, not only did she say it 5 times in these 2 episodes, she said it like 10 times in the last one. And I'm like, now, I don't think that that's like Charlie's doing. I'm pretty sure like that's kind of the producers low-key giving a script. Like, do I think the whole thing is scripted? No, because, you know, because like definitely like the parts where they're upset about like mean comments, like why would you fake that, you know? And I don't think it's faked because like that shit actually does hurt, you know? People being rude. Yeah, it's just like, it almost feels like I'm just watching the same episodes over and over and over again. And I'm like, you know, it's okay to only have the season be like 4 episodes or something. Like, you don't have to make 8 if you ran out of things to talk about. Because also a big event in this show is Charlie posted like this dance video, like dancing to like a Billie Eilish song or something. And everyone, for whatever reason, was like mean about it, saying how like she sucked basically. And, you know, she took it down because a lot of people were being rude about it. And so she felt shitty about herself. So she took it down. And that's like a major event in like the entire show. Like, when it first happened, we kind of followed the story, and then I thought there was a conclusion. And then there was like this big gap where we were talking about something else. And then we just went back to it, and if it just seemed like it just happened, and we have to like come to a conclusion all over again. And I'm like, I thought we low key like figured this out, you know? Because, you know, Charlie was upset when it happened, and a bunch of people like came to the rescue and said, oh, you know, we'll do this to make you feel better. You know, haters will be haters. Don't worry about them, blah, 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 blah. And Charlie's like, yeah, you know, I know, basically. And then I was like, oh, okay, we're good. And then later on, somebody else was like, yo, I heard you posted a video and you took it down because a lot of people were mean. I just want you to know it was really good. And I'm like, yeah, I know. We went through this already, you know? But also the show seems to be going back and forth between Charlie and Dixie. Like, it seems like for like 1 or 2 episodes, we'll focus on like all of Dixie's problems. And then the next 1 or 2 episodes, we'll focus on Charlie's problems. But like, obviously sprinkled in there, you get the like minor problems of the other sister, right? But like the big focus would be on like just one of them. Like these past 2 episodes were basically focused on Charlie. And of course we're talking about the dance video again. Like with Dixie, it's being cheated on. With Charlie, it's this dance video. And I'm like, okay, I kind of thought we kind of resolved these issues, And obviously you're never really going to be completely fine about this type of shit, but like, you can move on from this stuff, So like these 2 episodes, Charlie was still upset about this dance video. And so Dixie set up like this party thing or something with a bunch of their fellow TikTokers to come over, and they had like a pool party or something, and then they had a slumber party, and then they did axe throwing. Now, I don't know the timeline of when everything happened. I thought it kind of seemed like what they did was, they had the pool party one day, then they slept over, and then the next day they had axe throwing. But like, they didn't really show that transition well, if that's even what happened, because so you're watching them, they're talking at the pool, they're talking at like the pool bar, talking about haters being haters and shit like that. And then it shows them like all hanging out in the bedroom with like their pajamas on, and they're still talking about hate comments. And then like the next shot, they're still in their pajamas, but now they're eating ice cream, and it still looks like it's broad daylight out. And I'm like, okay, did you guys like go to sleep and then eat ice cream for breakfast? Like, and like, when did you guys get up? Like noon? Like, I was like actually thoroughly confused. Because that seems to be the only thing that could have happened. Because why would you have a pool party? Because like right after they had ice cream, they got all glammed up to go axe throwing. And I'm kind of like, why would you have a pool party and then, get ready for bed basically just to get like all ready again to go out? So there's no way this all could have happened in one day. Because also part of it was a slumber party. But that just means that they had ice cream for breakfast. And it's like, what? Like they had ice cream in like waffle bowls. Waffle cone bowls. And I'm like, are you guys going to have like normal breakfast? Like maybe some eggs and bacon, You could throw in like pancakes or something, but like ice cream? Who has ice cream for breakfast? I've never had ice cream in the morning. Like I'll have ice cream after lunch, sure, no problem. But like for breakfast, like they're having like cookie dough ice cream for breakfast. Like it wasn't even. I don't even know what would be a breakfast type ice cream. Like granola ice cream. Is that a thing? Oatmeal ice cream. I don't even know if these are things. They probably are, because they got fucking flavored ice cream for everything. They got like avocado ice cream and like pistachio ice cream. Like I've never looked at a pistachio and was like, you know what? This would be fucking awesome as an ice cream. But anyways, so yeah, they had ice cream for breakfast, it seems like. And then, they went axe throwing and all that. And all that was to cheer Charlie up from, I guess, the dance video, I think. Like I said, it's kind of hard to fully know like what exactly Charlie and Dixie are like upset about in the episodes, because like this episode, there kind of seemed like there was no provocation. We just like came in and Charlie was just like distraught. And I'm like, what happened? But they were talking about the dance video and multiple scenes with Charlie, so I can only assume she's still upset about that. And I don't know how much time has passed in this show, from when the dance video first came out to when like this pool party thing was. Maybe it was just like 3 days later. I don't know. But yeah, and there's this other TikToker who was at the pool party talking about how she got hate because she bought Billie Eilish merch and wore it for something. And then Billie's fans came after her and were mad at her, and she apologized. What I heard that, I'm like, you apologized for wearing a celebrity's merch. Like, how does like what's there to be sorry for? I don't know what the video was where she was wearing the shirt, but I mean, like, also, how are you going to get mad at someone for wearing merch? Like, I mean, if you're going to get mad at this TikToker for wearing merch, you better not own Billy's merch either. Because if you do, what are you doing hating on this TikToker? like honestly, how are you going to get mad at someone for wearing a celebrity's merch? Like what would be wrong about that? Like if I pulled up into this podcast wearing like a Tyler the Creator shirt, like what would be the problem? Oh, I like music. Like what? And like even if I did get hate, I'm not going to apologize because I'm like, dude, I like Tyler. I like the shirt, so I fucking bought it. Like what is there to be sorry for? I mean, I wouldn't apologize. I don't know why she apologized. There's nothing to be sorry for. But yeah, like even the other girls who were at this party or whatever, they're like, "Why did you apologize?" And she's like, "I don't know. I just felt shitty about it." And I'm like, "What? What? What did these people say about you wearing Billy's shirt that made you feel bad about wearing it?" Like I honestly want to know what they said. Because I mean, what is there to be mad about? I mean, the worst they could say is maybe you're not a true fan or something like that. And like, oh shit, that hurts, okay? Whatever. They're like, oh yeah, you're not a real stan. Yeah, well, guess what? I don't want to be a stan. You guys are crazy. Gosh, like, just look on Twitter and just look up like stans for anything. They're fucking nuts, dude. Especially like K-pop stans. It's just like, yeah, I don't want to be a stan. So what? Yeah, make fun of me all you want about like, yeah, I like Tyler the Creator, but I'm not going to be like a crazy nutcase about it. So if you come at me and say, you're not a real fan because you're not a stan. Yeah, okay. I don't care. Because it's just like, shit like that is annoying. So like, yeah, I don't want to be a stan. I'm just like a regular fan. I'm just someone who enjoys the music. Or, maybe you're wearing like a content creator shirt or something. Like, yeah, I just enjoy their videos. Like I'm not going to be a crazy fucking nutcase about it. So yeah, I mean, that's like the only thing I could think of that would be even like, that would even slightly make me upset about it if someone would like call me not a real fan. But at the same time, it's like, how do you know I'm not a real fan? How do you know? Like, what do I have to talk about them 24/7 for you to think I'm a real fan? Really? Is that the type of content you want out of me? Just sitting here talking about my favorite celebrity for 30 minutes? So yeah, so basically what I got from this, because so many people got mad at Charlie for dancing to a Billy song and then got mad at this other TikToker for wearing a Billy shirt, that just tells me, don't be a fan of Billy. Because her fans are going to come at you for like no reason. Because I mean, also, wouldn't you be happy about that? Like Charlie dancing to a Billy song and you being a fan of Billy, you'd be like, oh my God, the queen of TikTok just danced to my favorite celebrity song. Wouldn't that be awesome? That would get your celebrity more recognition. I mean, I know Billy is already pretty fucking famous already, but still, Charlie, with like however fucking many fans she has, like 100 million followers on TikTok or something like that. I mean, that's what they keep saying on the show. Like, I mean, you should be applauding Charlie. You should be like, oh my God, of all the songs, she chose a Billy song? Dude, if she danced to Tyler the Creator, I'd be all over that. I'd be like, fuck yeah. Let's go, Tyler. Tyler's the best. So yeah, I mean, it's just like, I wouldn't apologize. I'll just be like, okay, whatever. I still like the shirt. I mean, I'm wearing a Tallahassee shirt. Okay, are like FSU fans gonna come after me and be like, "You're not a real"? I mean, what is a resident of Tallahassee? What are they called? Tallahasseans? You're not a real Tallahassean. Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't give a shit. I thought the shirt looked cool, so guess what? I fucking bought it and I'm wearing it. So yeah, that was a big part of this show. Was, I mean, it's a big part of like almost every episode now. Charlie's dancing video. Yeah, because I mean, like her dance coach came over. Thank God he wasn't wearing his jail fit this time. But yeah, he came up. Now, like, I feel like that a lot of time has passed. Like, because like it's not like they film every single day. I mean, do they? I mean, I don't think they do. I think like they come in at like certain days to record certain things. So I mean, maybe this guy, her dance coach, came in like a week or two after her dance video came out, and like the first thing he does is bring it up. And like, yeah, I know he's like the dance coach, and so he's probably there to tell her like, hey, don't worry about it, you're really good and all that stuff. But it's like, dude, this happened a long time ago. Have you been watching the show? Okay, people, we've already went over this. I'm just kidding. I know the show wasn't out when this happened, okay? So don't comment. You're missing a lot of stuff. This was filmed months ago. Yeah, okay, I know. I understand. But yeah, I mean, Dixie didn't talk about being cheated on a whole lot this episode. I mean, she did mention it like once, which, I mean, improvement, I guess. Let's go, Queen. You're growing. I'm proud of you. But I mean, that probably was because Dixie wasn't the focus for these episodes. Charlie was the focus. So yeah, the episode 6 ended with Dixie taking Charlie out shopping or something like that, and Charlie started like freaking out because I guess she doesn't like going in public, which I mean I guess is understandable for someone in her situation, considering all the hate she gets. So she's probably like, every move I make is going to get critiqued. But like, I don't know. It's just like she was like really freaking out about it, and I'm like, dude, like, have you like not been in public in like a long ass time? Because like you went to like a bunch of award shows, and like what you can't go to the store. Because I mean, like you go to an award show, everyone knows you're gonna be there because like it's like a public event. But like you're just going out shopping, like you may be noticed by like a few people, but like, I mean, it's not gonna be a big deal. So like, dude, what are you freaking out about? But yeah, it's just like weird because she was freaking out so much these past 2 episodes when like 3 and 4, she was like perfectly fine, Well, I mean, I guess I wouldn't say perfectly fine. I mean, she had her moments, but like for the most part, she was good. It was Dixie who was freaking out about everything. But now this episode, like Dixie's fine. And Charlie's freaking out about everything. Like, that's what I mean, where it's like the show's going back and forth. Now, I don't know if that was like, if that's the show's doing or if that actually happens in real life. But like, dude, if that happened in real life, like, I feel for the parents, honestly. Because like they never get a break, right? They're working on like one of their kids because like they're really going through it. And they're like, it's all right. You can get better, all this shit. And then like, they do better and they're like, oh, thank God, we helped our daughter. And then like the next day, the other one's like, I'm so fucking depressed. And they're like, oh God, now we got to do this all over again. I feel bad for them because they like do all this shit. But yeah, like, I almost feel like it's the show that's showing it because like they want to focus on just one of them. They don't want to seem like, because I mean, I guess it'd be kind of hard to really follow what one of them is going through without really focusing on them for like an episode or two. But like, it almost seems like there's always something, you know? There's always something that's like pushing them over the edge. Because I mean, I think the dance video thing came out like maybe episode 2. It was like early at the beginning. And so like those 2 episodes, like 1 and 2, like Charlie was really going through it. Right? And then like I said, it seemed like we resolved it in episode 2. And then when we got to like 3 and 4, you know, she's all fine. And like I said, like yeah, it would come up every once in a while, but it would be played off as like a minor issue or something like that. Like it's just something like, yeah, I'm kind of over it now. It did suck back then, but I'm over it. And then we're like right back in the thick of it. You know, I mean, that's also kind of a thing that makes it hard to really gauge the timeline of everything. Because it's the fact that this dance video came out like at the beginning, and only just now in like episode 6, her dance coach came up and was like, yo, I heard about your video. That's why I like, it felt like this happened like weeks ago. And I'm like, dude, why are you bringing it back up? You know? But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not following these people's lives outside of the show. So I'm probably missing a lot of stuff. And I do acknowledge that. I don't pretend to be an expert just from watching a few episodes on a Hulu docuseries, okay? I'm just going based off purely what I see and hear on the show and trying to piece together like what the fuck is going on. So I'm going to miss some stuff. Okay, and I'm going to get some shit wrong. And I do apologize for that. See, that's something you apologize for. You don't apologize for wearing a fucking shirt. You apologize for actually making a mistake. Which, I mean, do I really think I made a mistake? I don't know. I don't think so. Because like I said, I don't remember giving a false reason for why Griffin cheated on Dixie. Like, because I didn't know what happened, so I wasn't going to pretend like I knew. But anyways, if I did get it wrong, I do apologize. So hopefully we clear all that shit up. Okay? Sorry, dude. So anyways, I think that's all I have to say for these 2 episodes. Because, I mean, with the show being as repetitive as it is, I'm kind of running out of things to say because like I've critiqued almost everything now. But I mean, I'm not trying to be mean with this series, okay? Because like I said, I do feel bad about them. And like they do get a lot of hate, and the last thing they need is some kid from Florida pulling up and going like, you suck. Because I mean, like, if I'm being honest, they don't suck at what they do. Like, Dixie's a good singer. Charlie's a good dancer. I mean, it may not be my cup of tea to just watch people dance, but like, I'm not gonna discredit them for what they're good at, you know? Because I mean, there's a lot of shit that like I'm not necessarily a fan of, but that doesn't mean like the person doing it is talentless, right? Everyone has their own likes and dislikes. Okay, you don't have to spout that off if you don't like something. Like, just because you don't like a certain type of song doesn't mean the person singing it sucks. So, like, I mean, people who are commenting this on Charlie and Dixie's videos, they're never going to hear this, but like, if anyone out there does do that type of shit, here's a little PSA. Fuck off. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the D'Amelio Show special on the Bone Zone. I've been your host, Jay Lyons. So make sure to like and subscribe. And I've never said this, but turn on the little bell thing, because that's how you get notifications. I know notifications are really annoying. Like, I think I have notifications off for like almost every app because I fucking hate getting notifications. But do put on a notification for me. Okay? That'd be greatly appreciated. I get special treatment, guys. Okay? So anyways, yeah, like and subscribe. Turn on the little bell thing. Share this with everyone. And follow me on social media at RealJLyons. And follow this podcast on social media at Lion on Main. Both are on Instagram and Twitter. Lion on Main is also on TikTok. So follow it there if you would like. And yeah, thanks for listening to the Bone Zone. Love you. I don't know. Do I?